Good morning, good people of Christchurch. Actually, it's probably not morning where you are when you're watching this, although it may be, in which case, hello. This is the Reverend Stephen McHale. I'm sitting on my back deck. It is a beautiful day. It is sunny after some rain. If you look behind me, I guess you can't really see on this camera, but the maple tree is just starting to bud all over the place, so soon it will be a riot of green. Down below me, the wisteria is starting to blossom. We've got purple blossoms down there. Spring is just, it feels kind of aggressive around us. It is, it's lovely. It is Friday as I record this. I'm spending the day doing taxes and working on a sermon. Not the most exciting day from my perspective, but all things that are important and that a responsible person should take care of. Let's see, I've got a few things on my mind today. The first is, I want to apologize to the Altar Guild for letting the train go on plans for some changes possibly to the sacristy without really roping them in or taking their feedback. This is a classic error. Upsetting the Altar Guild is like kicking, well, I don't want to say a kicking hornet's nest because they're not hornets. I don't know, it's like punching angels. It's just not cool. And this is all related to the conversation that we've been having at the church and in the wider community about expanding two of the services we offer to our vulnerable neighbors who are homeless. The first is that our shower program, which gathers on Sunday evenings or Sunday afternoons and Thursday evenings, it has, whoa, look at that piece of hair. It has been just jammed with people to the extent that we have to turn folks away. We've had close to 30 people coming to get showers and some undergarments and t-shirts and all that stuff. It's amazing that the need is so great out there. And so we are hoping to build a third shower. We operate 2 showers in the parish hall. There is space for a third, and we're looking at that. In addition, one of the critical services that we hear from folks in this community, which they don't have access to, is laundry. Now, there are laundromats around the community, but it turns out that they're really expensive. It's about $12 to do a load of laundry. And that adds up really quickly when you are trying to choose between a clean shirt and your next meal. So we're looking at purchasing some commercial laundry machines and installing those so that we can run a laundry program. This is where I got in trouble with the Altar Guild. God bless them. I'm so sorry. Seriously. Now I'm like mocking, apologizing, and that's just going to make it worse for me. Anyway, in our sacristy, which is the one of the rooms directly behind the altar, we have 2 washing machines. A washer and a dryer. So we're looking at replacing those machines with 2 stackable commercial washer dryer units that have the same footprint. And then the point of irritation, understandably, is adding a third machine, and that would mean cutting 27 inches into a countertop that is in there, and that would eliminate a sink and a few inches of countertop. And it turns out you need to ask people and take their opinions before you start sawing into their furniture. You know, that does seem really very reasonable to me. So there are other possible locations for that, although we are, of course, constrained by budget. Another location is in the parish hall itself, out in the open, outside of the current shower spaces. And that would give us access to plumbing and electrical, which is key to making this whole thing work. but it would impose somewhat on the parish hall. There are also some other options, and the point I want to make in this conversation is to invite all of you to a forum following the church service on the 6th of April. That's Sunday the 6th, following the 10:15 service in the parish hall, and we will talk about our shelter that we operate, which closes down Monday morning for the season. So we'll take a look back at what has worked and what we've learned this year. Then we'll get updates on our shower program and share ideas on some configurations for expanding our services and take feedback on all of those. Now, in parallel to this conversation, or actually sort of ahead of it, has been the money conversation. So all of this costs money, and money makes me anxious, and it tends to make church folks anxious because we just don't have that much of it around that we can spend, on projects like this. So when this started rolling, Christ Church had an anonymous donation from one parishioner for $10,000, and then another anonymous parishioner matched that at $10,000. At that point, we threw it out onto Facebook, and Scott Peeler on our vestry wrote a lovely article in the Alameda Post, and we quickly found ourselves sitting on $42,000. We had some really generous donations, almost all of which, all but two, I believe, came from outside of Christ Church, from the wider community, which clearly sees a project that they want to support. And then last week, another $10,000 came in. So we have $52,000 to work with, which should allow us to do things quite well, including likely reflooring the sacristy when those washing machines, if those washing machines go in there, so that we can protect the sacristy floor and replace some aging linoleum, etc. But the point that I'm trying to take home from this is, my gosh, the Spirit is moving in the community. I've never experienced a fundraising project like this where, without much effort, support comes in a measurable way from a wide range of the community within the church, and especially from outside of the church. So I'm trying to kind of pay attention to what that means, and where people see love in action working in our community. I want to let you think about all that, and but please join us on the 6th so that you can provide your perspective and your hopes for what we at Christ Church do. I hope you enjoy this beautiful spring day. May God bless you, and take care of the people you love, and be kind to the people you don't know.